My name is Grant Riley, and I am the owner and principal of Riley Law Group, professional corporation in Beverly Hills. And for the past 30 plus years, I've focused on real estate problems. I represented 4 low-income Hispanic families, and we sued the current owner of a 40-unit apartment building and the 3 prior owners. And the lawsuit alleged not only that the property was awash in lead-based paint, but the landlords had chosen to permit the tenants to live in apartments that were teeming with cockroaches, bed bugs, and impacted by water leaks, mold, wood rot, lack of heat, lack of air conditioning, inadequate security, a number of problems that under California law and Los Angeles law render an apartment completely uninhabitable. Of the 4 units I represented, there was enough lead in the apartments to poison 80 to 100,000 people. We settled the case for $3.6 million. That garnered the families that I represented sufficient funds to move out, buy homes, and in many instances, fund college for their children. Typically, the defense in a habitability case is to argue that the tenants are dirty, that they are unsanitary, that they are uneducated, and they are causing their own problems. However, that argument always falls flat. Responsible property owners have the obligation and the means and the ability to make sure that the apartments are healthy and safe and do not pose a health risk to children and their families. They want to live in a clean and healthy home. However, it's impossible to do that when an apartment is racked by water leaks, cockroaches, bed bug, and lead-based paint. And one of the things that I want to do almost immediately is get a video historical record of the condition of the property. And so one of the things that I did is I turned to a company called MotionLit. They could not be more creative, and they could not be more persistent in their mission of providing lawyers with effective and visible graphics that work in court and in mediation. And I had them put together for me a series of animated slides and graphics which helped the jury, the mediator, and the lawyers on the other side understand the ramifications of the problem and understand the relative fault of each owner defendant over the past 10 to 12 years. MotionLit had a drone that circled the building, examined the building from the outside, and placed the building in the context of the neighborhood. And it demonstrated that this building was in fact in much worse shape than surrounding properties. To demonstrate it was in fact one of the worst buildings in the city of Los Angeles in terms of historical code violations. And one of my major concerns in the case was, how do I communicate a massive amount of data over a 10-year, 12-year time frame to the jury without effectively putting them to sleep? And time again, MotionLit came up with answers that really, all I can say is they knocked it out of the park. They would go interview the clients and basically do a day in the life video of what it meant to live in slum housing. These videos allowed my clients to open their hearts up to the viewer and to communicate to the viewer the extent of the loss and the frustration and the pain and the emotional stress that they were suffering from living in these buildings. They bring professional equipment, professional videographers, and cameramen to make sure that the shots they get communicate the severity of the problems to a significant degree. This is something you can't do with an iPhone or a regular camera. Organize the time. Let Vahe and Vache and their staff work with you to develop a budget and develop a program that advances your case. Using them is an absolute no-brainer in my book.